Welcome to another episode of Book Talk. Today we will be talking about Ernaux's novel, A Man's Place. Ernaux, born in Normandy, is a French writer. She won the 2022 Nobel Prize in Literature for the courage with which she uncovers the roots and personal memory. Born into a working-class family in 1940, she earned a degree in modern literature and qualified as a schoolteacher. She was renowned for her memoirs, each of them concise, impersonal accounts of her life and the lives of people she knew. La Place is translated into English by Tanya Leslie. The novel chronicles her father's life and her experiences growing up in a small French town in the mid-20th century. The novel begins with her interview for a teacher's post. The narration then shifts to the final moments of her father's life. She gives a direct, neutral, and objective description of the moments leading to his death. Her personal experiences turn out to be universal, which we all could relate to. Her grandparents were involved in farming and weaving. They led a simple life, but her father went through hard times. Circumstances forced him to drop out of school at the age of 12 to help his father as a farmhand. Despite the hardships, he manages to learn to read and write. When the World War broke out, it had an impact on their daily lives. He gives up farming and goes to work in a rope factory. It was here that he met his future wife. When her mother gave birth to their first child, she had to leave the job to take care of the child while her father switched between jobs to support his family. Not earning enough profit from a grocery store business due to unfaithful customers, he lands a shift job at Standard Oil Refinery with prospects of a better salary. The author, who was born during World War II, describes her father's political ideas and his attempts to maintain his status and dignity. During this time, Normandy was invaded and ruined by the Germans. Their shop got ransacked. When the war ended in 1945, not finding any jobs, he opened a cafe-cum-grocery store. Soon they buy property and become the first in their family to do so. Life seemed to be looking up for the family. However, she talks of her father's constant agony of making mistakes and seeming out of place. The idea of being inferior haunted them, and they did everything they could to conceal it. When she got intellectually ahead of her father, they had ideological conflicts. She soon ran out of things to say to him and became preoccupied with her own life and career. In the latter stage of his life, he was diagnosed with a stomach polyp, which deprived him of his ability to perform heavy physical tasks. Meanwhile, Annie went to London to study literature. Whenever she brought her friends home, bridging the social class gap was her father's main priority. The story comes to a close with the circumstances leading to the death of her father. Annie's intention to remain true to her father by giving an honest rendering of his life, describing each incident through a detached lens in contrast to the usual subjective perspective, is quite admirable. She leaves no room for sentiments, imagination, or exaggeration. She also explores the class distinctions and differences in their social conventions. She vividly portrays the tiniest little things, and her intense observation of others gives us an authentic insight into the psyches of people. This book, simple yet spot on, is a beautiful read. See you in another episode of Book Talk. Thank you.